To the extent that IGP call for investigations, outcome of the investigation in the background whether the police people have misconducted themselves in the line you are speaking about or not. But about Nipa in the hands of the police and death of that person, for the fact that you and you can me trigger health crisis amount. And I say, oh, existing health crisis that. And I say the condition of the cell and the nature of the cell can trigger health crisis amount. And I say in the course of your arrest, BB to me see now a trigger health crisis amount. Now, when it comes to health crisis and people dying when they are in the hands of the police, it depends on the time of the crisis. And now, Nipa now, who you say you've come under crisis. Any three, the nearest hospital, and I say the mode of transporting you to the hospital, and I say you do hospital, the professionalism of the health caregivers, no, it can all lead to your death. Krumha, Papa be not a very well educated person and not a very prominent person. As NBC many years ago, and Assembly Court president to be appoint certain people to the court, and you bunning for, and I didn't call a fiancé. Now, Papa, we or a prominent person, but our underlining issue, health crisis be. One day, from the story we heard, one day in the prison cell, and a health crisis need trigger. Almost didn't call a nearby hospital near the prison. They couldn't solve it. They brought Papa away to 37. They couldn't solve it. And nobody didn't call Kolebu. Another prominent person of this country, or a very prominent our health background. Our yet all over the world. Or no now, or saving Papa no. Papa now or saving no, the two of them are still alive. The Papa no will can so often say, none prison officers in a year. But the road, the nature of moving the person, maybe I wouldn't call first, second, and third. And the willingness of Papa, we are a health professional in helping this other Papa no and a boy. And can Papa now our health professional background or a very huge person in this country? Or can say, oh, we only one political party and to me, and can problem, Beba. Son of our Mabuabe.
What come as him? What come as him? But my young
a law enforcement say a bar say torture. Torture is not just about physical beating of people, but the nature of the cell and the condition of the cell can be torture. It can trigger things that come with torture. Obenya problems is here. Almost all these years, Bisayon said, when was the last time we built a new police station in this country? And where was it built? How much was used in building it? What is the condition of the police station? And yet, be a police for that police station in Qatar. When was the last time we built one? When even estate owners and as an individual someone see police station, a police for a deep plan more and answer a young design plan. Now the way I almost see police station they hand over to the police for is that the way they want it? Will it help in times of crisis? Will you also support the work the police do? And as a police station, the last resort, and to be sorry, then we throw anything at them. When was the last time we built a prison in this country? Who built a prison? What is the condition of the prison? And how does it go in line with protocols now? Yes, I know. The last one was built by Church of Pentecost. And recently, I think they have built another one again in the northern part. And so that is where we are as of mind. Many of the things we need to do, we've neglected them for a very long time. And to the slightest crisis, it may create a problem. But Mami can't their way. When there's a police operation, we allow people to call others and mobilize themselves to attack the police and to disrupt the police operation. And you see offense. But police do not arrest them. And the way the investigation has come by the police for misconduct themselves, the IGP will deal with that side. But yet, me and Musa, almost police for almost burn it down, or they want to burn down the police station or destroy police property. You have attacked the law, so the law will come after you, and that is the unfortunate aspect of it.
Why do you think, sir, nipa binu ASRD no?
Lack of public education in her, awareness creation in her, and then almost everybody is angry with everybody. Everybody is on their phone. So individualism and pesami kumenya. Unlike those days, you go to boarding school, you bond with people. If your friends are not coming home, your family can ask you, why is Sefa not coming home? What, are you guys fighting or something? Today, nobody does it. So the slightest thing, we are angry with everybody. Even when we disagree with people, we cannot say, this is why I disagree, and bring out a superior argument. But for the fact that you disagree with somebody, you want to kill the person. Then you also have these boys, some of them do not have, they are senseless people in the name of politics. They do all manner of things, and they say all manner of things. Say, all manner of things, They say all manner of things, and they do all manner of things in the name of politics. So this is the country we have built for ourselves, and it's creating problem now.
Do you feel, sir, you blatantly Ghana for binimu a womo akwa twase police station so ama yanchoma so, and this is serving as a form of reinforcement for amanfo so betimi abogura any police station at any point in time when they are aggrieved, knowing very well say they have the right means to have used to ensure say nia wo buofu ho ne ke betimi etu ho. What do you think, say?
Definitely. And anya police for kwan yoko for ama for demonstration, BNI ama for demonstration. And this is what we have allowed over time. It's a police operation. Democracy way free buy. Particularly in America, you are a dead man. You put a gun in your head. I have said this over and over again. So even though there are excesses with the police, they find a way of discipline officers who misconduct themselves. When you also call people to interfere in police operation, you've committed an offense. But we allow them. And I know that non-punishable of offenses will rationalize bad behavior and promote antisocial tendencies in society. One day, if care is not taken, the police people will leave everybody in this country and there'll be chaos. Because communities need police, and the police need a community. And sometimes when you even hear some of the people who speak against the police in the manner they did, you can see trouble, you can see danger. I say the police people don't know their left from their right. With the career research or police for them, is there any academic qualification they don't have? And find out the background of the people who work with the police. But hey, we run them down, we bastardize them. People in politics who have no business, they have no brains in their head. They speak to the police anyhow. They mobilize people, they bastardize the police. So their followers also do the same thing. And people know that you can bastardize the police and get away with it. So that is what we have done. It's unfortunate, but that is our story as a nation.
Our community and as our society that we happen to find ourselves in, do you feel, say, we as a state and as a group of people have weakened the strength of the Ghana Police Service by our actions and inactions?
Yes, because we don't empower them. We only go after them when something goes wrong or we perceive something is wrong. Because it happened in the hands of the prison officers, no prison, like police people. And a papani we can say police want to come papano. Like the other side of the story will not be told. And see, that is what we don't learn from history. We don't even teach history. We have mismanaged all our history and we change it because of politics again. We change everything. So we don't learn from history, no traditional knowledge, no nothing. And to be sorry, other than that, it guides us. History guides you, whether in law enforcement, whether in society, whether in media. History guides you and it directs you as to what to do, what not to do. That is the importance of history. Then you know the ramifications of getting it wrong and doing it that way and doing it this way and the goodness when you do it that way. But we don't document it again, or we don't tell people what it is, and we also don't learn from it. So it creates many more problems for us. There are things we can avoid, but because we don't know our history and because we don't learn from history, we commit the same type of offenses almost every now and then.
Finally, Ansano Ako, a lot of people are sending me private messages and they are interested in the conversation that we're having about the internal security and the Ghana Police Service. Or say, I said, under no circumstance, routine say police for HOB normal the nekwa to sell routine or somebody pan FMU any day. Would they have to inquire whether the person has got any health conditions be a bit to me as a result of BI didn't nekwa procedure
okay,
didn't for me there.
Your rule number 2. Rule number 1 says do not attack the law enforcement officer. Rule number 2 says even when you think the law enforcement officer makes a mistake and it's at fault, refer back to rule number 1. We don't even know the rule number 1, and we don't even know the rule number 2 because we bastardize everything. Now, prison for a papa we are a prominent person come on. The question is, did they tell them the man had such condition? Or did the man tell them he had such condition? So the way we engage ourselves in public education is important. Who is speaking and who is listening is important. And not about defining relationship between a suspect and the law enforcer. And so it comes from who we recruited as a police officer, the training we gave them, and what are the key performance indicators of such officers. And then when you go into the police service, you have protocol police, you have political police, and you have professional police. Unfortunately, the protocol police and the political police are many. So what we do is you will have to tell the police officer, if they don't ask you, you have to tell them you have this condition. But I gave you examples. The fear of being arrested alone can trigger a health crisis. The nature and the manner of the prison cells can trigger a health crisis. In the course of the arrest can trigger a health crisis. While you are arrested can trigger a health crisis. Knowing the charges that will be brought against you can also trigger a health crisis. And even if you don't have an existing health issue, it can trigger a new one for you. So it's based back on engagement. Now, baby, I find democracy where they buy, and when they say they are arresting you, so if arrest is not like you are. Let me say this one, a little controversy, but let me say it. You are always not arrested because you have done something wrong. Yes, you are always not arrested. And I say, all the people we have arrested, we are not arresting all of them because all of them have done something wrong. You can be arrested when you have actually not done anything wrong. Number 3, you can be arrested and released on daily basis for as many times as possible. Public education. And Sefa Kopeskama NCC no public education create awareness. Because societies that are well informed, when they say they are arresting somebody, you clearly understood that it's not everybody that is arrested that has committed a crime. Or they are not arresting all of them because all of them have committed a crime. And so you see, we are arresting people. Sefa, I'm Richard Kumadoe. I'm from Ghana Police Service. We are arresting you, or we are taking you to our cells. Call your family, call your lawyer for these offenses. This is what we are taking you to. It doesn't lead to any commotion because Sefa knows that these are police officers who have announced themselves, introduced themselves, told me where they are coming from, why they are arresting me, and they asked me to speak to my family or my lawyer. When I get to the police station, I can decide not to speak until my lawyer comes. If I don't have a lawyer, the state will give me a lawyer. Because in a democracy, rule of law is key. And everybody is entitled to legal representation. These are basic education. But this thing I'm telling you, Sefa, it can lead to a whole community against the police.
And it's something that we've witnessed several times, Maimu.
And so when you do that, tomorrow when your back is against the wall, The same police people you have bastardized and humiliated and created all manner of problems for them, and sometimes they have leniency on you, and they don't take you out, or they don't come back to you in a manner that is uncomfortable. You are looking for them. Then you go back and say, oh, the police didn't do anything about my case. Are you serious? So those are the issues we need to look at.